Welcome to our second video in the three-part series of rotary evaporation turnkeys. We're going to turn all this equipment on and go through the startup of each one. So let's hit the power switches all over. We have some in the back of the chillers and the cold trap. Push any button to silence the alarms. The alarm is just telling me that the set temperature is much different than the current temperature because nothing happened yet. So I'm going to set all my temperatures on the chiller and cold trap, all the way as far as down as they'll go. So you see -50 on our cold trap, and then our chiller, we can set it to -45 right here. To change the settings, all you do is start with the set button. You can see first the timer blinks. You can set your timer function if desired. Then your set value will change. You can use the arrows, go up or down, set it wherever you like. So first we're going to make it start circulating. That's this button right here. You can hear the pump wind up. Now look at our condenser on our rotary evaporator. You'll see the propylene glycol starting to go through the coils. Now inside our bath of our chiller, you will notice there's a lot of bubbling, and that's the air coming from the lines. So all this air will cause the bath level to go down a little bit. So if necessary, you're going to need to put more propylene glycol in. You can see that I have 2 temperature probes. This is for an external data logging device, not necessary to run the unit. It's just for extra information for us. While that's going, I'm going to start the chiller and make it start getting cool. This snowflake right here, you hold it down for a few seconds. You'll see it says run. You can let go. It's now going to go through the startup procedure for the compressor. There is a small delay. It'll just kick on in 20 seconds or so. While that's going, I will get the cold trap started as well. Same thing. This play button. Hold that down until I see run. You can hear that both units are turned on, and they're going to start getting cold. Next, we're just going to go to our rotary evaporator. I'm going to set the temperature to 48 degrees Celsius. So to do that, I just hit this dial. The set point is for our temperature, so I'm going to go up to 48. Oh. The faster you turn the dial, the faster it goes up, so be careful on that. Alright, our set value, the SV, will be our spin. That'll be the RPMs of the boiling flask. So we're going to keep that at 120 for now. It can be adjusted same way. 120 is the maximum. We have an ST for our timer. I'm going to leave that off. If you'd like to use the timer function, it is in minutes. You can set that for whatever you want. And the heating function will stop after the timer is up. Push it one more time to get back to the main screen. Now I'm going to hit this heating button to start the heat. I hear the relay click on, and we have a display right there showing the intensity of the heat right now. This button right here is for rotation. So I'm going to push that, and our flask will start to move. It'll start slow and ramp up to speed. Now after this reaches the maximum RPM of 120, I'm just going to double check again that we have no water coming out of the bath. You can see the water is still pretty far down. In the back it splashes the most, but none of it's coming out. So you can see the water on the flask is staying tight, it's not spitting anywhere. So I'd say this is a good spin rate for our flask. So now we're just going to let everything get to temperature. Might take a little bit. You want to start your chillers as early as possible. They take the longest to get down to temperature. While this is all happening, I'm going to start going over the vacuum regulator and a little bit of information on the programming used for that. So this JChem DVR200 It's used for all turnkey rotos up to 20 liters because of the bore size. A 50 liter roto will not be very good with the DVR 200. You'll need something larger to open the lines more. I'm going to turn it on with that switch. Go through its startup procedure. Now this unit is really easy to use. There's only one setting to change. So this is the setting button. I will hold it. It'll display set. And then you can mess with your set value. Now this value is in torr. So right now it's displaying 25, 26 torr. I'm going to set it to 50 torr for now. That means that the pump will run until it gets to 50 torr, and then the regulator will stop the lines and vacuum level will be stabilized. The controller is a bit touchy, so personally I don't like to use it. Let's go over the computer real quick and see how that can help out. So I'm going to use this cord, plug it in the back of our J-Chem. And that's it. It's plugged into the laptop. Now we're going to open the J-Chem software. You can see at the top of here, it already displays the value of our DVR 200. So you can actually use this to set the value as well. See 63.9, that's right where I left it. I can then go up or down. What's better on here is I can just type in a number. So 50 torr, hit the setting key to deselect it, and now it's set to 50 torr. There it is. So we're going to start data logging. I'm going to select the meters to plot on the right side. I'm now going to go to the top and just hit the logging tab. The logging tab will have start logging and stop logging. Obviously you can't stop until you start, so let's start logging. I'm going to log data. Now this will log it every 20 seconds. I'm actually going to change it to 10 to give us a better graph, and begin. It's going to ask me where I wanted to save it. I'm just going to save it as test on the desktop. So you see the line start to form right here. That's our current value. And as everything happens during our rotary evaporation, we're going to see some changes to that line. While we're over here, I'll mention real quick that we're data logging on our second computer. You can see this is our cold trap. So turn it on right about here. It's starting to get cold. Turn on the rotary evaporator here. And this right here is our chiller. So we're just going to wait for all that to get a little bit colder, and then we can start doing our runs. Thanks for watching part 2 of our 3-part series. Make sure to tune in for part 3 for a full run operation. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube, and be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for future notifications.